studio day. I am going to a studio in York. I don't actually know who the producer is, but I'm going to work with a guy called Kevin on his original music. I'm going to be doing some session vocals. I'm excited because the track sounds really cool. It's always nice when someone gets in touch and you don't expect the song to sound, I don't know, you just don't expect what you hear, and then you're always like pleasantly surprised. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do today. I've got builders at the house. I've pretty much booked out the whole day. It's like 10:30. It's gonna take me a couple of hours to get down there, and then I think we'll be wrapped up in maybe 2-ish hours. I'm gonna show you with me and show you what I get up to. Pretty standard in the studio. You go, you sing songs. Normally I do it line by line. I've got my iPad, lyrics are on there, and I'm ready to go. I think it'll mostly be on the Help Me Find a Way.
And maybe some kind of backing vocal.
Oh yeah, ad-lib galore in that bit. I'm still lost. Why did I sing that? Obviously, Rakira sang the main bit. I'm still lost. I've given it all that I've got. Apparently there are dogs that want to meet me.
Yeah.
Hello! Oh my gosh! Just help me find a way. Hi. Bohemian Rhapsody. I haven't seen it yet. Got donuts. So the donut company are doing the open air cinema. Donuts and an open air cinema. What more could you want?
Not included within the price.
We also picked up some an eco-friendly scrubby because you have no self-control when it comes to spending.
My conscience is clearer now.
Morning, so it's a Wednesday. It's currently like 9 o'clock in the morning. I'm a little bit ill today, but you know, I got ill on the Monday and I just have to get through it. So I look like a thumb. Session work that can be pushed back has been pushed back, but there is stuff that is on like a specific deadline. With that kind of stuff, I just have to get through it. If I can speak, it usually means there's a way that I can work around my voice and still be able to sing without hurting it. Normally I'd leave a little bit earlier, but I had to call Harry, my guitarist, to chat through some stuff. We've got a wedding at the weekend, which I will take you with me. I'm currently working at my mum-in-law's house because we are in the renovation process of our house. Studio upstairs is not in use, it's not soundproofed, you know, we don't have anything going on in there. So I'm going to show you some of the session work that I'm going to do. It's really boring stuff. On my list today are just a few amendments that will be really basic. I'm probably going to be there for literally an hour because I'm ill. I just need to get the stuff that I need to get out the way. I'm going to drive over to Ilkeston now and head over to Matt's mum's house. She's beauty and she's grace. She looks like a hairy potato. So this is my current studio setup, sitting on a bed. Mic setup is here, computer is right here. And even though it is a spare bedroom and the windowsill is my desk, the reason it's actually working so well is because there are loads of clothes just on this side. The clothes here actually make for a really great soundproofing. So it is time to do a bit of work. And this is usually what I will do every day without fail. Get all of the recording stuff out the way and then focus on anything else for the day. Just not always really ill. First thing I'm working on today is a radio station jingle for a client. So really short, not a lot of recording or editing or anything. I've actually already done this order, but I just need to redo something for a revision. Cleveland weather, Cleveland weather, Cleveland, Cleveland weather, weather, Cleveland, Cleveland, Cleveland weather. The worst part about doing this when you have a cold is not that if you haven't got a sore throat, that's fine, but it's more that everything just takes twice as long. Maybe your voice won't hit the right notes that it's meant to, and normally you'd hit that first try. But when you're ill, it really doesn't matter how long it takes, you just need to do it 1,000 times. I'm back at mine now. I am cooking some lunch. I say lunch. Normally, depending on the day, I might actually work in the studio from about 9 o'clock until like 6. Sometimes even later. It really depends what I've got on. Because I'm ill, I'm not working on any YouTube videos. That takes up my most time because it's not having to be delivered to anyone. It means that I can just spend a stupidly long time on it. But because I'm not working on as much vocal stuff as I should, it means I'm just drinking lots of tea, hanging out with my dog, and doing all the email side of things. So for example, I just got a notification saying that I've got a client has requested a quote for me for a gig. You have like a 48-hour countdown, so I'll reply on that. Usually I am on my phone or on my laptop all the time. I never really stop working on my phone. If a notification comes through, I will answer it pretty much any time except for when I'm sleeping, on weekends, evenings. That's just part of it. I feel like a lot of producers and musicians just work 24 hours a day because there's so many different things you have to do. For example, if I've got a gig on the weekend, I don't really count that as working. Like I wouldn't not do anything in the day to counterbalance for that weekend. I've been told by vocal therapy that I should. It depends on the kind of person you are. I'm the kind of person that will just work until I'm dead because I like to sing. Things are a little more quieter this week just because I'm trying to get better. I feel like I'm at the end of this cold. I'm only on day 3 and normally if I get a cold, I am not even feeling better until like the 2-week mark. So definitely an improvement. Morning, puppy dog. Morning. Bye. Morning, I look like the girl from the Grinch. Today is Thursday morning. We are starting the day off with a practice. We were meant to practice yesterday. We are practicing for our wedding on Saturday. We only really do practices when we have weddings because we've obviously already got a repertoire of over like 200 or something songs. Sounds like a lot, but it's pretty standard in a function band. And what we do is we will learn 3 custom songs for every wedding or private event that we book. Then we're constantly adding to our repertoire. So me and Harry are gonna go over today and learn those songs. Actually, to be fair, they're really fun songs. Like there's Top Loader, Dancing in the Moonlight and stuff like that. So good Saturday morning. No, it's not morning at all. What time is it? Tonight we've got a wedding. It's about 2 hours away. It's at Shuttleworth. I don't actually know the area that it's in. Harry's gonna be here in about 20-25 minutes. Gigs this weekend are a wedding tonight. We did also have Dog and Moon yesterday. We had a gig last night which was one of our residency pub gigs in Derby. The reason I didn't film it was because I just felt really rough. Even though I'm at the end of like this cold thing that I've got going on, in general I just felt really run down, really exhausted yesterday, and I woke up with the worst headache ever. It's one of those things though, especially when you've got a wedding, you just need to suck it up and deal with it. We've had builders in all day and Matt's been out most of the day as well, so I've literally just been doing emails, watching Netflix, just basically passing time until gig. I have just got some pasta, like little pasta sachets. Honestly, I never really ate, what's it called, like packet pasta stuff until I started doing gigs, just because it is the kind of thing that you can honestly just grab before a gig. I'm gonna wait for Harry to arrive. I'm doing the driving, so I guess we'll see you at the venue, and that's our last gig for the weekend. Right, you can't do this because you don't have hands. I'm gonna give you a lifetime, wait. Paw. Thank you. There you go. I've just got home. It is 10 to midnight, and for some reason my dog is in play mode because he thinks it's time to play. Today's gig was actually an experience that we haven't had yet before. So we've been doing weddings for a couple of years now, and basically the wedding was so far behind that we arrived at 7:15 and we were meant to start playing at 7:30. Normally we arrive half an hour before, but we got stuck in lots of traffic on the motorway. They said it's fine, they're falling behind anyway. There were 3 lots of entertainment on tonight, so us, another band, and then the DJ. We still hadn't started by 9 o'clock. Eventually we started at like 9:15, 20 past 9 I think it was. With it being an evening gig, it's not the worst thing in the world because you don't have another gig to go to, but for someone like us where we had like a 2-hour journey back, it does mean you have to kind of keep an eye on the times because obviously we can't be driving back at like stupid o'clock in the morning. On this occasion, as most weddings, they were super lovely, really apologetic. Wasn't really a big problem because we made friends with the other band, so that was fine. But what they had to do in the end was basically cut down our set considerably and the other bands because they had a 12 p.m. curfew. So we were booked for 2 45 minutes and a first dance. We ended up playing probably 20 minutes, 25 minutes, absolute tops. Never before has that happened. Weddings do tend to run over, but that's never happened. Quite a unique situation, but it is what it is. And now I'm at home at midnight. Anyway, tomorrow is Sunday. That's our gigs for the week. I'm pretty certain next week is just full of sessioning because obviously I've been ill. I need to play catch up on some work. So yeah, tomorrow we're just gonna go into town, do some bits, and I'll probably go to bed like past 2 a.m. just because, especially after a gig, I always tend to just basically stay up and watch TV or something just to basically unwind for the night.